tell us some of the motivation behind llm-d project. And number one, before that, tell us how long it's been there in the it's been there in the community.
Yeah, I can take a stab at that. So this is actually a fairly new project. A lot of the thought leadership of this project came out of a lot of the work that was happening in another open source project called vLLM. So vLLM is a very popular inference tool that you can run either locally on your desktop or laptop or within a DGX cluster. So it's meant to really optimize your AI inference workloads around things like caching, distribution, a variety of speculative decoding. There's a variety of ways that we use to optimize a model. But the challenge that we're having actually in industry right now is that you can actually kind of take this back to some of the same challenges we had in the early aughts around just regular applications. And that is these AI workloads are starting to become more monolithic in size. So we have things like observability entrenched into it. We have different types of configurations. We have different types of so layers and pipelines happening all within this one container. And the challenge that we were seeing is, well, how do we effectively distribute this across a cluster like within Kubernetes? Because right now it's very much like round robin. You just spin up a whole new instance of vLLM. Well, now you're copying all of that content, and sometimes it doesn't need to be copied. Sometimes you would only want to copy like a small fraction of it. So the idea here is really breaking up that container and the LLM into its parts and making that a first-class citizen within Kubernetes. This allows us to scale different components of the LLM and even do things super cool stuff like there's a, and we can go into more of the technology kind of later in this podcast, but there's ways that we can actually split it up and actually assign like GPU in one component and even CPU on another component that may be more CPU optimized. So a lot of the ideas around this was because of these challenges that we're seeing in industry